Hi everybody. Sorry I'm late. Sorry I'm late. Late and gay. Yes, I worked out something. Um, there was a bit of a problem earlier. Can you guys hear me all right? Who have we got in here? Dark Dog Studios. Hail Vagina. The volume is low. Hmm. All right, how's that? It's like it's like an experience watching me try and run a show. Katie Max says, "Damn it, Oz." Still, let me fix this. Well, actually, I've got a longer video where I've got another video where it has the full, I think it's 5 minutes, but I didn't want to subject you to that one. Turn up the gain. All right, let me have a look. Right click, open volume mixer. No, that just does the speakers. You might have to turn up on your end. And then when someone comes, you can turn. If someone comes on, you can turn it down again. Is it really bad though? Like, can you hear me? Better. All right. Well, better is better than worse. All right. Now, I think it's your fault, Dark Dog Studio. I think there's a problem with you. All right, send Testify the link. Yes. All right. Now I don't have I don't well what's his Is he in here? Does what's his handle? Because I had a look for Testefy-HD, but it looks like he's like Testy Poo or something now. What is he now? It's like I don't know, Testy something, Testy Poo Poo or something. Fucking. Where's his Twitter? He is just going to shit on Liam David Smith. Well, we won't allow that, will we? Liam's on holiday. At Testefy-HD. At Testefy HD search. Not there. Test. Phi. HD. Spelling this wrong? What are you guys doing to me? Test. FY. Yes, you will, Oz, because you don't moderate. Underscore. Well, there's moderation and there's moderation, isn't there? Let's just say I moderate in moderation. Still no results for Testefy-HD. Is there meant to be an I in there? Testefy? Or Testefy? There he is, Testefy. Alright. Let's go have a look. Message. Send a message. Message sent. And hopefully he will be on. What is WellRed users? What does WellRed use at? WellRed user is upset with me because last night he came on and then two war campaigners came on and yelled at him. But I wasn't aware that he didn't want that to occur. So, and I'm sure I stood up for him. I'm pretty sure I remember standing up for him, and I said, leave WellRed user alone. He's a supporter of the channel. But then I think Liam yelled at him. I missed it though. Did anyone see what Liam was saying about WellRed? Because Liam put out 2 videos and I watched them, but I must have just kept missing that bit because I didn't hear it. Dark Dog Studios, did you hear it? No, I haven't heard from Amy at all. So either she's like a I stand with Vic kind of person, or I don't know. Just so the rest of the chat knows, Amy is a cosplayer that lives in my city. and I'm trying to get in contact with her because we're trying to get a variety show organized for Liam's channel. Because what we're doing is we're shifting over all the controversial, in air quotes, content over onto this channel, and free Liam's headspace a bit up on his channel, where I'll still be a co-host, but I'll we're trying to switch it up to more light entertainment kind of things. So yeah, we're still looking to do the Not Jack show, I think, as long as it doesn't upset anybody. And we're just after our Not Anna at the moment, so that's what we're searching for. Is she cute? Yeah, she's pretty cute. But the thing is, she's also, man, some of these girls, I tell you, are drop dead gorgeous. Like, amazingly gorgeous, some of these girls. Because they're Perth girls. And Perth girls are the prettiest girls in the world. Where is Testefy? It'll upset all the simps. Well, Jello Goblin says it will upset everybody. Well, I'm struggling to not upset anybody. So, you know, not Cecil is the way of the future. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like, if you think, I think about our not Cecil as kind of like the older, fatter, less funny version of Cecil, who also doesn't drink. So in that way, yes, not Cecil is superior in that regard. Not John seems to be better looking and less angry than the real John. Liam is not Ethan is terrible, but he's going to be the pseudo not Ethan, who's not really in the Jack show anyway, so that's kind of okay. And Kelsey Shannon is going to be himself, and we assume that he's not going to turn up, just like in real life. And we're just after our Not Anna. So I actually had another voice actor lined up. She was living in California, but she kind of flaked out on it because YouTube's not for everyone. And so yeah, so we're still looking. It's still ongoing. Our quest continues. You sure you looked at Australia Perth? I tell you what, you have a look at Supermodel Exports, and you'll see that Perth, specifically Perth Grammar, has an inordinate amount of gorgeous women leaving Perth and going on to modeling and swimsuit careers. Who's Hannah Bunny? Hannah Bunny, let me have a look. Yeah, at least I'm unblocked now. I was blocked for a little while with World Red User. So you guys need to be a little bit nicer to him. He's a good guy. I don't know what Liam said that upset him, but I will protect World Red User 1. If he wants to come on and just talk about whatever he wishes to talk about, I won't bring anyone else on with him unless he requests it. Now, what was after him? Hannah Bunny. Hannah Bunny. Is that right? Hannah Bunny? I swear to God. you will make $0 from the variety show. Well, Black Mercury, it's not always about the money, is it? It's I've already got a couple of acts lined up, and they're pretty cool. If you guys know anyone that has a special gift for performing, regardless how good how good the quality is, let me know. Hit me up if you know anyone or you are someone that wants to come on. Well read snoozer. You can't control us. We must crucify Well-Read User 1. How much? We're not hiring Black Mercury. We're not hiring anybody. This is purely for the community spirit of independent creation, and people will be performing for likes, and they will be performing for a score that's going to be awarded to them by the chat. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Yeah, well, it's also about being entertaining. You know, that's part of making money on YouTube. Comicsgate Autonomous Zone. Do you reckon? I don't reckon that would work. I think I'd run out of food really quickly.
Howdy.
Hello.
How's it going? You're the new Liam, huh? I like it.
No, the old Liam still exists. He's just on walkabout. He'll be back soon.
Spiritual journey, huh?
Everyone upset him because he was on holiday, and then I had my show, and then everyone said was DMing Liam, accusing him of, you know, we had groups of people saying that we had abused War Campaign and harmed Vestige 2. And then we had a whole other group of people that were saying, you're just a War Campaign shill show. You shouldn't have War Campaign on as guests. So Liam was just like, that's it. I'm out of here. You're all crazy because all of you think that there's some big conspiracy. But then a couple of people reached out to him and said, you know, oh no, I really like your show. Just, you know. And then, you know, Liam
keep up the good work.
Liam got so upset he cut himself. Yeah, I assume that he's trying to do a little bit of DIY, and he ended up putting a nail through his hand. That's what it looked like from the picture.
Damn. He's out there hanging out with the koalas in the forest, becoming one with the orangeness.
Well, here's the thing. Liam tweeted out buy Vestige 2 because he backed it, and he tweeted out, yeah, buy it, and that's all he said. And then, you know, heaps of people just piled on and was just like unfollowed him and like banned him from certain Discord groups and DM groups and like basically gave him the cold shoulder just for that one tweet. And he just said, you know,
yep.
All I did.
Yeah, they don't want you to. They don't want you to do. Yeah, they don't want you to think for yourself and like what you like. See, it's funny because I was just like the whole Anna cover thing. Like, I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, I don't care. I didn't buy it, but they're like, yeah, you should be able to like what you want. And then those same people, if you tweet out, oh, buy Vestige, or I just bought Vestige, it looks great. Buy Vestige too. Those are the same people that will just block you for liking what you like. So it's just like, what? I don't get it. Like, that's the whole reason you guys were mad in the first place, and then they're going to turn around and do that to you for doing what they were trying to promote.
It would be all right if it was one side, but it's like when people are saying you're cancelled for supporting war campaign, and then the other people are saying you're cancelled for hating on war campaign. It's like, which one are we doing, and who's cancelling us, and which is going to distress us the least of being cancelled by?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you do the Not Jack show, I get it. But yeah, I mean, it's just, there is no, it's like you're kind of forced into choosing a side, even if you don't want to. But if you guys do the Not Jack show, prepare for hate, my guy, because it will be swift. You're going to get chain blocked and all sorts of crazy shit.
Why is that?
For sure.
Why is that?
Because they won't like it, man. Like, having not Cecil be Cecil, even though I think personally he's funnier than Cecil, because he doesn't just drink and tell the same stories over and over. So I personally like that. I think he's intelligent. He has questions. But I just think that even if it's in good fun, they're going to be like, oh, they're mocking us. And then, God forbid, that your show is actually more entertaining. Then it's just like, oh my God.
Is, no, well, hopefully we'll reach out. I've already, I mean, I told John about it on stream. It wasn't, it's not like we're poking fun at them. It was just like a living meme where we had not Cecil on as a laugh, and then then James Dean Anderson just happened to be wearing a beanie and looked exactly like John. So it was just like, we've basically got half the Jack show here. And Kelsey Shannon was in the chat as well. He was chatting away. So it was like, we had 3 members of the Jack show essentially on our show. So it was really funny. So like, we could actually do a variety show and have it like the Jack show, but call it the Not Jack show. It's not. And it wouldn't be anything like their show, because they're not anything like those people. But no, so
don't say it's like a living meme, because that could get people upset. When you say it's a living meme, that could get people upset. Just be like, hey, what is it? What's the copying is like the ultimate form of flattery or something? Just say that. Sounds better. Just be like, oh, we like what you're doing so much. It's flattery. You say it's a meme, oh man, they'll be looking into it, man. Way too much,
Yeah,
be like, hey, we're just having a good time.
We didn't do it like Delta Spurg Force says, you waited too long for that gag. Well, we didn't do it straight away, not just because we couldn't find a Not Anna, but because everything was blowing up and we didn't want it to look like we were making fun of them. So we're just like, no, we'll just talk about it so that they know that we're going to do it, and then we'll do it.
So for your Not Anna, are you going to get like some really hot chick to play Not Anna?
Yeah,
or are you going to get like Man of Sex to play Not Anna? Are you going to go the opposite route?
No. It's really hot chick.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I just have a feeling you're going to get some awesomely hot chick. You're going to have Not Cecil, a couple other guys, and it's just like it's going to turn out to be better than the Jack show. I can foresee it now.
Well, I don't foresee us having 1,000 to 2,000 people watching our little show, so I don't think it's going to be much of an issue.
Yeah, well, that's good, because that actually gives you freedom. Like, you want people watching your show, but like the more you get, the more almost beholden to those viewers you are. Like, you get certain people that tune in just to watch whatever opinion, and then it's like, if you stray away from that or do something different, then they get upset because they're so used to expecting a certain content out of the creators they watch. So yeah, I think it would actually be better. It'll give you guys freedom, and in that sense I think it will be better than the Jack show, because you're not like, the Jack show's the same thing every time, so it's like I know what to expect basically. But I think if you guys do a Not Jack show, like variety show, I think that would be great. Mixes it up.
Well, I still watch the Jack show, and I think there's a specific chemistry that those guys have that formulates the Jack show. And sometimes it's absolutely wild, and sometimes it's really boring. And our show's like that too. Sometimes our show is like really wild, and then sometimes we'll just have an average kind of show. But
Their shows are boring, dude. You know it. Like their shows, people fall asleep on their show, dude. It's just like,
But that's
what
all
is
right.
going
That's
on?
just a different kind of that's a different kind of relationship that people have with the Jack Show, where it's more of a like, it's late, we're gonna have some drinks, we might eat some food and talk about pop culture and whatever we want to talk about, and people are happy to sit there and listen to that. It doesn't need to be like, you don't need to have all entertainment drilled into your brain,
Yeah.
I mean, people say the same thing about this. They're just like, I'm not going to sit down and watch a 2-hour stream or whatever. But a lot of people like having that 2 hours to listen to if they can't catch it live. We get an awful lot of people watching it the next day, or even like the same day but a few hours after. So
they need to be caught up.
Well, yeah, but even if
your show is like kind of like news, you need to know what's going on. So you're like, oh fuck, I missed it, And then the thing is, what's good about your guys' show is you have other shows talking about your show. So you're like, oh shit, what did I miss? People want to go back and see it, or what are they talking about now? Because you guys kind of like, since you and Liam specifically started talking about just things going on in Comicsgate, you'll be talking about issues that before anyone else is. So people go, oh shit, I need to watch that. So I know when I watch other shows, what they're talking about, So I think that's a good, it's controversial sometimes, but at the same time, it's like, whether you like it or hate it, you have to watch it just to kind of keep abreast of the situations going on in CG. Whereas the Jack Show, I know exactly what I haven't watched the Jack Show in fucking, I don't even know how long, like a long time, but I know exactly what it is, Anna not saying shit for half the time, and then when she does, she's showing toys that no one cares about. John doesn't say anything. He just grunts and chews gum. Cecil gets drunk, tells the same stories over and over. Kelsey, not there. And EVS is like an infomercial for Cyberfrog. That's it. That's the whole Jack Show.
It's like, that's just like your opinion, man. That's just your opinion.
Yeah, it is.
I like it.
Of course.
And nearly 1,000 people or whatever it is also like it.
Right.
So,
more power to them. I'm not going to get mad for someone else's opinion, but like, I need to be entertained. I want something different on the show. I don't want to like tune into a show just because they're talking about the same thing every single time. I can't, and some people like that. That's totally cool. I can't watch that though. That's why I like your guys' show, because you guys are actually talking about stuff. Fuck, you guys have me on. You guys have guests on, You're willing to listen to all sides about things. You're willing to have different guests on. Like, I know what to expect from the Jack Show. I don't know what to expect from you guys, So I'm like, oh shit, what are they? It's going to be different today. What are they going to talk about? So I like that aspect, but to each their own, man.
Magic Turtle, what brings you here?
I thought I'd drop in. Did you check out the Black Lives Matter protest today in Perth, Oz? Were you down there waving a placard?
You guys have black people in Australia? What?
I know, right? They're pretty special. Pretty special black people. They're not the same as your black people.
Oh.
Oldest civilization in the world, I think. They're like 60,000 years old.
Oldest living civilization, yeah.
Yeah, continuous civilization. I'm not sure if that's something to be proud of, that you've continually lived the same way for 60,000 years, but anyway, whatever.
Aren't they more like our Native Americans in America, not like black people, slaves from Africa? They're more like indigenous, like Native Americans,
they're more
right?
They're more like the indigenous Aboriginal of Canada. We've got a lot of the similar policies between the two countries.
Interesting.
Well, they're indigenous.
So indigenous lives matter.
Totally, they definitely do.
Yeah. Interesting.
Anyway, it wasn't not as colorful. Not as colorful as the US riots.
No, I didn't go down to anywhere because there's no way.
It was raining.
Well, it was raining. I was looking after my family, and I was also working on stuff for this show, which I'm hoping to show you later. The problem is, as I show you this cool stuff that I've got for the show, my microphone cuts out. So I'm going to have to someone's going to have to be here having a chat like you two, and then I'll have to plug it in and share it, and then plug it back out. But we'll sort it out.
All right.
Yeah, so no, but also the corona, I don't want to, it's bad enough with kids going to school. I think we've sorted it out in Perth, but the last thing I want...
Yeah, we've been lucky, eh? We've been real lucky.
The last thing I want is for it to be like these 1,000 people came in contact with this person. It's like that gay club in Seoul, Korea. Did you see that guy?
If you're gonna fucking catch something, man, I imagine it would be at a gay club in Korea.
Well, they opened up all the nightclubs and stuff in South Korea because they thought they'd fixed it all, they'd stopped it all, and then this one gay guy went into. I mean, it doesn't really matter he's gay, but it's just funnier. He went to. It's just funnier because the gay community was like, please don't blame us. But
sexually transmitted corona.
Went in there with a runny nose. He went
into this one club, and what was it? It was on the first night they had 32 infections, and then I think they had to test. He came into contact with like 2,400 people or something, and they had to like shut it all down. It's amazing. Yeah. So I didn't want that scenario to play out in my household.
Yeah.
Oh, totally, man.
All I'm wondering is if the US like is not like totally riddled with corona in the next like 4 to 6 weeks. I want to know what the hell is going on with this virus, because we were told
it means the whole thing was bullshit. Yeah,
that's right. It needs to be like every second person in the US has it after these. Yeah.
Right, because it's like, what is it? 8 degrees of separation for everybody in the world or some shit. So it's like technically everyone should have it after the riots. It's like, what? It's just the flu, man. Some people are gonna get it. Some people it's gonna affect them. Their immune system. Everyone's immune systems are different. Like.
Well, we'll see. I mean, if there's like another 100,000 people dead in the US in the next 4 weeks, then they're right. Yeah.
How is the minds of these fucking people though, man? Like, there's 1 week there's like relatively small, peaceful protests saying open the economy, let us work, let us make a living, and they're like slammed as fucking far right bigots, blah 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 blah, gonna kill grandma, kill the family, la la la, and then narrative just shifts, and everyone just shifts with it. Yeah, no worries. Massive protests, massive riots.
It was hilarious.
The people are fucking unbelievable, man.
On Twitter today, the CNN they had 2 articles up on CNN. One was praising the protests, and the next one was like complaining about Trump's rally of 17,000 people, saying that having mass gatherings will contribute to corona. And it's like both of these articles running at the same time, and it's like, what is wrong with your brain?
That's why no one watches mainstream news anymore, dude. Like, for that reason alone.
Only retards. Only fucking retards, man.
Yeah. Only boomers, dude. Like, once the boomers die off, they're done, man. It's over. No one, no
sense of self-awareness, man. No sense of like their own awareness of their own thought patterns. I don't think. Like, my opinions and stuff haven't really changed in the last 4 years. But my like old man's a massive fucking lefty, and we clash about it constantly. And this motherfucker, like, his arguments go all over the shop. You know what I mean? It's just like, stay consistent, man. It's like, I don't know, I can't follow what you're fucking talking about, because you're going back to 1900 and you're going back to the 80s, and especially in Australia, and it's just like, fuck me. Like, you know what I mean? Just typical lefty, man. No idea what they're talking about. Just righteousness, man. Righteous indignation, virtue signaling.
Right. Lefties usually just have emotion. So, like, they feel really strongly about it, and they're like, well, fuck, like, they think that they see injustices and stuff, and, good for them. Like, we should have people like that. But at the same time, logic and fucking should rule the day. Like, if you're contradicting yourself, or you're not able to see the forest for the trees, it's like, come on, man. Like, Yeah, you
No,
need
they
that.
just
That's more
pontificate,
important. Yeah.
Just fucking pontificate about shit. And the thing is, it's just like no one actually gives a fuck what you're on about, because all the other lefties are more concerned about how they're going to look and how virtuous they're going to look. So they're not even listening to you. They're just trying to think about how they can outdo whatever it is you're saying. And everyone else thinks you're a fucking whinging idiot. Like,
yeah. It's all brownie points, man. Yeah, I don't watch CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, any of that shit. ABC, I don't watch any of that, dude. Like, you're gonna be skewed one side or the other. It's like I can't deal. You just have to think for yourself, dude. It's funny. There's an old saying in philosophy, like, individuals are very smart people. Like, if you put them in a situation, they'll figure out different situations and try to get out of them or try to make things better or whatever. But the more and more people you get together in like a group, the bigger the group, the more stupid they become, because they end up just adopting whatever the group wants to think, the mob mentality. So as individuals, people are smart, nice, kind, helpful, but the larger the group, the stupider the more the IQ goes down of the individual. So it's just like you need to think for yourself instead of trying to, whether it's far right or far left. It's like, don't be part of a group, dude. Like, think for yourself. You might agree with some situations with the left. You might agree with other situations on the right. Like, you need to be able to be flexible in your ideas, come at it agnostic, just have no opinion and just let the facts take you where they go, So, yeah.
just kneel, mate. Just kneel and fucking wash some feet, wash some dirty feet for some reason, for like some crimes that you've been found guilty of.
Fuck.
So what are your views? Because this is really one of the topics that we're talking about today. Is what are your views on the removal of statues around the world that's going on?
Okay, or total?
So we got Christopher Columbus being beheaded here, and other one of his statues being removed.
I think it's kind of dumb.
It's disgusting.
Opinion.
Disgusting, man.
It's like, it's history, man. You're not going to erase that shit. Like,
for sure,
it still happened, and then the thing is, the more you kind of like, even if you don't like, I get it. They're disgusted by these people, and they think it's unfair and just. But to pretend it didn't happen or to try to erase it, you're doomed to repeat it. So it's like, it's like, wouldn't you want them to teach Hitler in school? Like, if you don't learn about Hitler and how it came about and all this other stuff, you're going to repeat that shit. So it's like, you kind of you need to know. It's like
they've got no concept of history, no concept. They're like judging historical events by today's standards. It's retarded. They've got no sense of human evolution or societal evolution. It's just like, yeah, when did through the evolution of human society, when did it stop being evolution and start becoming oppression? You know what I mean? It's a human journey that we're all on together. And but yet, somewhere along the line, someone's put a wedge and gone, actually, we're owed something, and Group A here are the perpetrators. We're the victims. Let's destroy history.
Here's the thing, right? First of all, Christopher Columbus may not have discovered the American mainland. To start with, it may have been another sailor, right?
He knew it was there, so it's like
he knew it was there.
So someone else had already been here.
He may have actually discovered the West Indies accidentally. I think that's what the story is.
And I think they even had Viking settlements and shit. I think the Vikings were the first ones to come over here. So
obviously humans got there beforehand.
Well, no, the Vikings from Europe came over and met Native Americans and shit.
Yeah, but regardless,
in the American story. You know what I mean? It's very snide to be like, he wasn't the first one there, man. Like, tear that shit down, turn that statue down. It's like, don't know, guys.
No, but what they're saying is that he's responsible for the genocide that came later of the Native American and Mexican people. It's pretty
possibly
it's pretty stupid.
Yeah, hey man, in the middle of Rome, there's a big fucking amphitheater, man. Are you going to tear that shit down? You know what I mean? Like a lot of fucking slaves died there. It's like, oh, that's a monument to death and oppression. Let's rip that motherfucker down while we're at it.
Funny you should say that, because they are actually. So if let me have a look. They're having to wrap statues with like concrete bollards at the moment in Europe while they assess which statues are going to be torn down and which aren't.
Wow, dude, it's like 1984 rewriting history, bro.
Yeah, man. Who controls the past, controls the future, right?
Yeah. The winners write history. Fuck how it really happened. You know what's crazy here in California? So we have Nancy Pelosi. You know who that is? Like,
oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys know. Okay, so she's like, yeah, we need to get rid of all these statues and shit. Well, it turns out her father was the one dedicating Civil War statues of Robert E. Lee and Stonewall Jackson, who were on the Confederate side.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, we need to, know about the past. These were great men despite their faults. Everyone, no one's perfect. We should just, honor them for fucking whatever. And it's like, that's her father. So now she's like, yeah, we need to tear down statues. It's like, well, then start with your father's statue. It's like I don't get, it's so funny and hypocritical. It's great.
Not to mention that all these riots and shit are happening in fucking Democrat cities. Like, they're all Democrat-run cities with Democrat fucking governors and Democrat mayors. And it's just like, but it's Trump's fault. This police brutality is Trump's fault, but they've been Democrat for decades, all these places. It's just, there's a cognitive dissonance. It's like, you guys are fucking morons, man.
Yeah. It's weird, too, because what is it? An armed society is a polite society, So it's like, of course it's going to be happening in democratic cities and shit, You go to a Republican town in Texas or like Nebraska and shit, they'll shoot you. No one's rioting there, So if everyone is armed, you're less likely to do something stupid. Everyone's polite, So it's just like...
We can't relate to that mentality in Australia, I'm sorry.
No.
As an Australian-based channel, we can't understand that. But have a look at this. It's Penny Lane, the famous Beatles landmark.
I know, I saw that. I'm Devo, man. I'm a massive Beatles fan.
Yeah, me too. And they even did the one that Paul McCartney signed as well. So now they're not cleaning this off yet, I'll have you know, because they haven't decided yet whether the rumor that Penny Lane was based on a old slaver's name. They don't know whether it's a real rumor or not yet.
Ah, jeez.
As long as
this guy here, he says
he's cleaning it
there
up.
is no connection between Penny Lane and James Penny, the slave trader, who had a different spelled name. Right?
Wow.
Oh man, they're creative though, man, aren't they? They're like...
fan.
Yeah. Every road sign. I think this is the one that Paul signed. Let me have a look. It's somewhere.
So wait, they spray painted it, then they put the protective glass over it after?
No, I think that protective glass is protecting it. This is what it looks like.
Interesting.
How weird is that they've got protective glass over the signatures and stuff? That's
that's some weird shit, dude. It's like, yeah, it's weird.
All right, so there's that situation. I'll try and find the bollards they're putting in front of them. But before I do that, who's in the chat? Mecca McCheese.
Hello, sir.
Oh, Mike Oxmall. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Oh, it is. That's like a very similar voice, man.
Mike Oxmall, he says. I think they should.
Who's your theory on Mike Oxmall, Mecca?
Mike Oxmall is an enigma.
It's fucking you, man. I can hear your voice.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think it's me, man. I don't want to take the credit for that dude, whoever that genius is. What a gentleman.
See? That's something Mike Oxmall would say.
What a gentleman. No, sir. No, it's not me. Do you guys like
it? It's your brother.
I don't know.
Shit.
Not really, but I've got to give the cunt props. Got to give the cunt props to like keep that fucking act up for so long. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it was pretty good act, I think.
Mike
I mean,
Oxmall.
look, obviously, I'm not Mike Oxmall, you know.
Yeah, right.
Get
Oh shit, this is great.
Hey, tell me, Mecca, how did you manage to be Mecca McCheese on Ethan's show and Mike Oxmall in the chat?
Oh, I don't know.
So
really
devious. I was entirely fooled by that.
Not two.
I'll find the real Mike Oxmall.
Yeah, not two devices. No one could do that.
It's a syndicate. It's a syndicate with many members, and there's a few Mike Oxmalls, like
Dread Pirate Roberts kind of thing, maybe.
Possibly Spartacus.
It's a really sad story about the Dread Pirate Roberts, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
You want to tell that
funny
story?
part was when they accused him of being Preston. You know, that was really hilarious.
It's that barrel tone voice of yours, man. That sort of, you know.
Well, I'm a deep voice guy. You know, I got traps for days. Yeah. You know,
it's pretty oaky. Pretty oaky.
Oaky?
Yeah, like wooden timbre. There's a bit of a timbre to it. A bit of a like.
Well, not just that, but it's also the way, like, it's how you pronounce things and the specific words they use. So, like, Mecca McCheese, you know, you have a pretty good vocabulary, and then it's just like the voice plus the vocabulary and the cadence. It's like, dude, it's so fucking similar, bro. It's not. It's like, yeah, the voice is obvious, but it's the way, you know, how polite Mike Oxmall is, shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not as polite. If anyone's ever interacted with me before, I'm kind of an asshole, self-admitted. Yeah.
Wow, dude, I want to see Mike Oxmall versus Soy Rage, bro. That would be fucking.
Who's Soy Rage?
Yeah, that'd be good. Actually,
Soy Rage is?
No,
dude, look up Soy Rage, bro. He goes and he bombs like Fraga.
It's another method actor.
He goes after Fraga?
Oh, dude, he's got Fraga's computer like hacked. Like, he'll just come on. Fraga can't even stop him. Yeah, he'll just come on and start. No, he'll just come on, start talking shit, and then like he's becomes like people love him so much. Like a lot of people hate him, but I think he's great. And he'll just come on and just like mock shit, and then like he goes on other channels as well. It's fucking hilarious, bro. It's like the opposite of Mike Oxmall, like voice-wise. Wow, he's like this little tiny gay dude, I guess.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious, bro.
And he's
Check it out.
Invite himself onto the streams?
Yeah.
Wow.
So he'll kick someone else off. Sometimes he kicks Fraga off, and he'll just be on. Like, it's fucking awesome, dude. And at first, like, Fraga was getting pissed, but then it's just like, I think he realized like the entertainment value of it. Yeah. So yeah, I really only watch Fraga if Soy Rage is on there. Like,
what did Fraga do wrong?
What's up?
What did Fraga do wrong?
He didn't do anything wrong.
That makes it so much better.
Yeah, he didn't do anything.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's fucking great, bro. You can't write that shit. See, Oz, that's the type of show you need, man. Variety show. Mike Oxmall, Soy Rage, sketch. Fuck, bro. It'll be a party.
Sketch, man.
My DMs are open. Anyone is welcome to come onto this show if they've got something that they want to say. Yeah, I've shared the wrong thing.
I came on because I wanted to hang out with you guys, and I know we've had disagreements in the past, and maybe we could just like chill, even if we don't like each other too much.
Fucking, you're just channeling Mike Oxmall, man. It's hard. Anyway, sorry.
I just don't want to take the credit for the dude. You know, he came on and gave Tug a thrashing. You know, and I saw the thing with him.
I think Tug fucking sort of come off on top of that one. Really? Testefy last night. I'm not so sure.
I think Testefy got schooled last night.
I think he did a little bit, man.
Well, I saw he was like, here's the numbers, here's this, and I didn't really see what Testefy had going for him, other than he liked Vestige, which fine, I read Vestige too. I thought it was all right.
You mean Vestige? Oh, Vestige, like the first Vestige.
Yeah, I thought it had problems. I reviewed it on my channel, but it's the dude's first book. What can you expect?
Yeah. And I think the story.
I've got it in the mail. I haven't read it yet.
So,
I mean, the actually holding that book, it's a professional product, which surprised me more than anything. It wasn't like some newsprint bullshit or, whatever. It was like something I'd expect out of VBS or Frege, like how good that book came out, as far as the physical quality of it went.
Wow. I just think the story can continue really good, Like,
yeah, they could set up something really good with the concept.
Right. Oh, so McCheese, can I ask you a question? So how's like the quote unquote anti-CG guys? How are they doing? I haven't watched any of their shit in a long time. Like, is Preston over the whole fucking kink thing, and have they moved on and shit?
I think mostly everyone has. Preston has this thing going on where he's got the wiki. I don't know if you guys have seen that. And people are like putting their original characters up, and I guess he's having like a pitch contest, and he's giving some money for people to get a book started, which is interesting.
Oh, so they can start their own book, or is he buying their characters?
He's giving them money to start their own book, and then if it ever gets made into a movie, he wants 25%, I guess.
Oh,
yeah.
How much money is he giving? Can I get in on this?
2,000, I think. And I think they're okay. Oz, he wants he has like a little bit of a standard as far as like customer interaction goes or something. So you'd have to like review that, but I can't remember it off the top of my head.
What do you mean?
So basically, he's like Marvel. He owns your IP. You have to do what he says.
No, just if it comes to the movie rights or something. Which, judging from what I've seen, I don't think anyone's getting a movie deal out of this.
Right. Yeah, interesting.
So I could go to Preston and say, I got this idea for a book.
Yeah.
Give me $2,000 and I'll cut you in 25% of any future film royalties.
Yeah, it's if he chooses your project out of a couple different people pitching their book.
Well, why wouldn't he choose mine?
I don't know. Are you a writer? I thought you were an artist.
He's both.
Yeah.
Oh,
why would you restrict yourself?
I don't know. Some people are better one than the other,
So what are the other strings attached to getting the $2,000 if he chooses it? Like, so obviously, okay, if there's a movie deal, whatever, that's a possibility in the future. But what else? Like,
just that.
Does he tell you where to like get your book printed? Does he tell you,
presumably,
you have to be on his show so many times or something? Like,
presumably he would help you get all that set up, but I don't think he has a real preference to who you go through.
Interesting.
As long as it's done right, apparently. And I forgot what I was going to say.
So he's got an established enough fan base to promote it, like EBS. It's like, I'll give you $2,000, and then you're gonna get the shit published, and it's all gonna be apples.
I think so. I think he just hit 1,000 subs on YouTube, so he's
that's all right.
Of course, But
that's underestimated the kink market.
They like to keep their own. I think
they stick together, bro. Literally.
What is his engagement as someone who has 1,000 subs?
Hard to say. I haven't checked in on his live streams, but he does this writer's stream every Wednesday, and that's 20, 30 people watch that.
I'm gonna go mute in a little bit. But just so I know, why are you hanging around with these dirtbags, man?
I don't know. I'm my own man, I can hang out with you guys too, I just the worst thing to me is when you can have a disagreement with somebody, but you can't find a single thing to agree with them about. You guys talking about the statues and stuff. I was agreeing with everything you guys were saying, and I can't come in here and hang out because we disagree on comic book factions. I don't like that. I want to be able to disagree with somebody and be their friend.
So do you ever disagree with like Doug or Preston on anything?
Sorry, what?
Sorry guys. You go.
I was just gonna say, like, do you ever disagree with like Preston or Doug with anything, or is it just like Comicsgate, quote unquote?
No, I disagree with Preston on a couple different things. I don't want to say too publicly.
Right. Oh, I'm just curious. I don't know because I see you on Doug's all the time.
Yeah.
When I look over there, and then I see you on Preston's every once in a while.
Yeah, I've been invited on to Doug's show for a while now, and I'm getting to know him quite a bit and reading the chat for him. And it's just, I'm a little starstruck because I grew up playing the Jurassic Park Genesis game, and he created that. So it's kind of a joke between me and my brother how much we played that game as kids because we were poor and that was the only thing we had. So to be able to hang out with this dude is kind of a trip. So even if I did disagree with him, I'd probably be a little bit of a, I guess you could say, shill. I like the dude and his work that much. I'm willing to overlook a lot of stuff, and I could admit that.
So you like Earthworm Jim as a book, not like not physically. Yeah, it looks like a great book, but I'm talking content and shit. You like all that shit?
I don't know. I like the Bigfoot Bill more, but I actually haven't read any of those books.
Interesting.
I backed Bigfoot Bill. I never got it because I moved when it shipped, so it just got lost, and I'm gonna have to go and get that again. But I don't hold that against him.
Yeah. Interesting.
But I mean, even though I went on EVS and we had our little disagreement and stuff, and I don't, he's blocked me and stuff. I still like the guy's work, even if I.
Why has he blocked you? What have you been saying to get yourself blocked?
Well, the blockchain, bro.
Chasing that $2,000, aren't you, man? You're gonna fucking. You're gonna put forward a.
I was blocked when I was invited onto the stream. That one time when I was there for a couple hours, or at least an hour, and he blocked me because I went after him for his dog tag tattoo. And as you guys know, I'm a veteran, so I was like, "Why do you have a dog tattoo if you didn't serve? If your son didn't serve?" Get it removed, and he took great offense to that.
What does the dog tag say?
The story behind the dog tag is that he got it for his son because he was willing to let his son join the military. His son never ended up doing it.
Oh,
yeah. But he did study at a military academy, didn't he?
I think he went to a military school, which is a private enterprise. You don't.
That's nothing.
Out there. Yeah, it's nothing.
No, I know it's nothing, but I think the reason he got the tattoos is because he was going to, he was going to support his son.
Yeah,
going in the army, so he had the tattoos.
Did it out of pride, man.
It's not really like.
I know. I've had good friends, get buried with dog tags. So if you didn't serve, if your son didn't serve, get it altered at least. Turn it into a necklace because
it's kind of frowned upon to get a military tattoo before you're in a branch or some shit.
Yeah, it's really cringe more than anything. I'm trying to help the dude out.
He did not like that. He doesn't want help, bro. I don't know if you've noticed. That dude does not like fucking help.
Yeah, I'm more on War Campaign side with Ethan, honestly, and I've had my disagreements with War Campaign, but I don't like what's happening with how Ethan's come after you guys and Cecil. I got a lot more criticism for that dude. He said he's written 7 pages. He hasn't collected the money from the Indiegogo. What the hell's going on with that project? And he's coming after War Campaign, who actually put a fucking book out and has a second one going, and he's interfering with that shit. That ain't right. As much as
the logic is crazy.
Much as I hate War Campaign sometimes, he's literally fucking with their business now.
Well, I look
Preston
at it
Poulter's in favor of War Campaign, is it? He supports War Campaign. Says got nice things to say about him.
Who does that?
Yeah.
Preston, your mates.
Preston. I don't think Preston has a whole lot of good to say about it, and I didn't like the memes about Preston either. But I think
the memer's gonna meme.
Yeah. And I've had my own face memed many times, which is why I started wearing sunglasses. So if you're gonna meme my face, fine, but you're not getting all of my face.
That was just the universe smiling on everyone, man. I don't know what you mean. You didn't like it. It was a beautiful week, beautiful time in history for me, man. Fucking hilarious.
How am I supposed to explain to my girlfriend or my mom, why is your face on this dildo meme I can find on the internet? Well, let me tell you about Comicsgate. And then I have to explain Comicsgate, and they're like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I understand. I get it.
Hey man, at least you're just wearing sunglasses. Fucking Cecil wears a GIMP mask, you know?
Right.
I mean, that's some weird shit.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know, I think the more I go on to streams like this, and yeah, I hate that anti-CG label too, because I want to be able to hate a project like Xenotype and still, you know, get the link out there. Somebody's gonna like it. You know, I don't ever want to be accused of trying to do what Ethan's been doing to the war campaign guys.
So do you think that like there's a difference between being like, oh, I wouldn't buy that, and then actively like hating on something? You know what I mean?
Like I backed Vestige, you know, and that I backed it because Ro had this stream where he's like, we're all about
customer service.
Right. So I went on to the stream and he's like, oh, let me sell you my book. I'm like, well, if you want me to buy your book and you're pitching it to me, why wouldn't I back that? Even if, you know, we had all this history together. So I backed it. The book was okay. You know, I had a lot of criticisms. I think it's a really admirable first effort and it's going to get better and et cetera, et cetera. But, you know, I don't want to be accused of being like, oh, I'm going to find out who's in charge of your book and cancel you like the SJW's been doing for years. You know, why not try to support people? Even if I can't stand, you know, Liam, for example, you know, I still want his book to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
Like
what is it that you don't like about Xenotype? Do you think? What is it?
No, I think Xenotype.
Look at the pitch and go, right. You just don't like Liam.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't hate Liam. It's just we've had disagreements before, and he came up with this anti-CG label for me. So of course I'm not going to like him. But
that's right. Because last time you were on the show, he apologized for having anti-CG on. Right? Is that it?
Yeah. And then
I remember that
he invited me on, and then he changed his mind before we even got to planning it. Which fine, it's his show. But
I think he was just getting so much heat at the time because the whole war campaign.
Yeah.
And Paw Patrol, like going at it.
Paw Patrol.
You know what I mean, though? Like so I think that he just was like, fuck it. He's dealing with so much other shit that I think that Liam, he's just like, fuck, if I bring an anti-CG guy on, quote unquote, that he's like, that will just put me under. Like he's already treading water. So.
Well, and then look at the Cyberfrog, for example. Like, I'm never going to make the amount of money Cyberfrog does. So spiting him and his efforts for that's not going to get me anywhere. But the one thing that we can say is, well, maybe I come up with a book called, Super Turtle or something, right? Just for example, Ethan, if I make $1,000 on that, Ethan's never going to be able to say that he stopped me from making that money.
Isn't that kind of like Robotoad though? And that's not doing shit.
I'm just making up an example. Like no matter what happens, whatever money I make.
So Ethan's always prominent in your thoughts whenever you're planning your success.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, he's the top dog. The numbers can't.
Yeah, he is. Sure.
Number, but he's
by a massive margin. By a massive margin.
Yeah, by magnitudes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that I mean talking shit about Ethan, like you can do it, but I think that you just like Ethan will just, he's his own worst enemy, like you don't really have to do shit. He'll just eventually contradict himself. And this whole thing, like him, having these alt accounts on Twitter going after war campaign, it's just like, bro, what are you doing? It's hilarious, bro. Like I don't have Twitter. I just see screenshots of it. And it's just like, this dude is super butthurt right now. And it's just like, the less you do, the more butthurt he is. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody, hates me that much, they want my book to fail, then the best thing I can do is say, I wish you the most success. And that's hopefully going to be how I conduct myself on Twitter from here forth is, I disagree with you. I still want you to make as much money as you can. More books making money is a lot better to me than saying, "Oh, I'm going to shut down your campaign," or "I don't want people to back your campaign." I want everyone to back everyone's campaign. So call me anti-CG, but I'm going to behave in a way antithetical to that, criticism.
Interesting.
At least I hope so. That's my aspiration at the moment. Because I don't see a point in hurting each other in Ethaning or campaign. As long as I don't behave like that, I think I'm doing okay.
So do you think that some of the stuff that people criticize you for in the past, like the whole holy shit, Oz is playing as a clam. Do you think that people that criticized you in the past, like you going after certain, like the girls in CG and other creators and stuff, so you just like, you think that was, at that time, are you over that? Like what do you think of?
People want to say I'm like against the women of CG, fine. I don't think you could go through my Twitter timeline and agree with that, but I want them to succeed too. Vampirella from Anna made whatever money, I'm glad for her. I hope I never have to hear about her again. So I don't know what this like sinister stalker angle came from, other than, I had a disagreement with somebody that I agreed to not talk about anymore. And
it's the voice, man. It's the voice for sure.
Yeah, we're talking about Rosetta Allen. I wish her the best too. She's got some kind of like photography book she's planning, and you guys go check that out if you're into photography.
So you're totally like basically turning over a new card at this point. You're just like, fuck it. I just want to be about comics and stuff and less the drama.
I want to call out like bad behavior and shit too. Like I want to call out Cecil and his poor business practices as I'm seeing them. And, I still have, yards of criticism that I could go over on stealing Solo. Because I think that was when I became more anti-Comicsgate as it was under Ethan, because I saw a lot of the same, bad behavior that Ethan pretty much excused based on his friendship, which I thought.
What's the bad behavior? What's the bad behavior, man?
Oh, just how he handled that whole campaign. He had an update saying, "Oh, after Christmas we'll get this fixed," and then all of a sudden, there's all this other stuff going on. And I think he's finally got the back cover set up, and he finally put it out there. But the whole project was a mess.
I can Ethan did help promote that, but I consider that more of a Fandom Menace bullshit comic than even Comicsgate.
A lot of problems too,
I
could go on.
Because Ethan promotes shit all the time, but it's like. That is that's clearly the Fandom Menace, in my opinion. I mean, world class bullshitters. I don't even think they consider themselves Comicsgate, right?
Yeah. So, well, I would disagree with you on the point that Ethan brought him on to promote him on his Comicsgate live show for Stealing Solo. So, I wasn't satisfied with how he handled that either. I think he should have said a lot more, helped Jeff out more, getting that thing, fixed. Yeah. I mean, at least own up to it. I mean, there's only so much he could do for Jeff.
Right. It's just like Critias or anyone else, man. It's like...
Yeah, and we all know Critias because he showed up on Ethan's stream.
Right. But he's never associated with a different group, Like, world-class bullshitters, that is literally the Fandom Menace. And then Ethan's like, oh, I'm on your show sometimes. I'll help you promote your book. Yeah. But, like, I think that was a fail for the Fandom Menace. It's a comic about Star Wars, for fuck's sakes, I think the Critias is more of like a Comicsgate thing, just because, he was promoted, regularly and he didn't have any other affiliations. So it's like when you see Critias, you think, oh, Comicsgate,
Yeah.
What'd you think of my game?
That was cool. I'd like.
Yeah. Do you have an orange koala in that game as well, or is it just
I haven't made it yet. I only made it yesterday. So
oh wow, nice.
So I've got the orange clam and his little clamlings running around, and is he
in a shell, or is the clam out of the shell?
It's out of the shell.
Did you make that game?
Yeah.
What
game are you talking about, man? I don't know what game.
The one he was playing.
When are you watching?
Nah, man. I'm not watching actually.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. So I'm just like pacing around my fucking kitchen actually.
You know how Tobor is making a game for Liam?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the game. This is for Xenotype.
Nice.
And that's a really cool like a
platformer and a
it's like a platformer like
it's like a SNES game
sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so I thought I had to step up and now making a 3D game of a of CG. So it's like
Of a clam.
So I've made the clam, and I've just got it on a test level at the moment. And then I've got the orange koalas, which are going to be like power-ups. And then, but I don't know, what kind of game would you guys want to play? Like,
Darren and Damo.
because this will be available to play. So what would you want to play? Would you want it like a racer, or like would you want a CG racer like Mario Kart? Where like,
man, how good at programming are you? Jeez.
Smash Brothers.
Well, this is what I'm giving you the options for. Like, we could have that, and like
open world fucking MMO, man, please.
Can you
just
do
a dungeon crawler?
Yeah.
Do a dungeon crawler, bro. Straight up. You can have different enemies as different people on YouTube and shit.
How about like a waifu dating simulator?
You guys have the worst taste in games. I was thinking like a car racing game, or like a platformer, or like 3D Mario World or something, and you're like got these really gay ideas of games.
If it's good, people will play it, man. You might have to take the leap and have a bit of belief in your own creativity.
Do a fighter, since everyone seems to be fighting on YouTube and stuff.
That would.
Oh yeah, man, awesome. That's fucking awesome. Yeah.
No, I'm not going to do that. I think Ethan might want to do that. So I'm not going to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Have you seen the
screen? What game engine are you using? Oh, sorry.
It's on PS4. It's this program called Dreams. Yeah.
Oh, right.
And basically, you can make your game or work of art or whatever you want it to be, and then
is that
anyone
what
can play
the Xenotype game on?
No. He's doing that on a different game engine, and that one's going to be probably on Steam.
Really?
It'd be like Unity or Godot or something like
that. Yeah, I think it's Game Maker, maybe Game Maker Pro or something.
Game Maker Studio, yeah.
So meager goals, but could have some interesting ideas, perhaps.
What? What
Xenotype.
meager goals?
Oh, just using something like that. No real like outside funding or $1 million Kickstarter. Games are expensive to make.
Well, yeah. I mean, why? This is just like something for because I can stream while well, that's what I thought I could do, but now I'm having this problem with my mic. I'll have to think about this.
Indie games aren't expensive, man. I know fuck all about programming. I'm very close to computer literate, and I was learning like code in like C+ or whatever it is.
Oh, really?
And it's man. Fuck, man. We live in the future, dude. Like, just YouTube and and the game engines are free.
Really?
Unity's free. Fucking Unreal 4 or 5 or whatever it is now is free. Well, there's a free version of it. So, and you can do, if you like commit to it, that's my problem, is I like put in a couple of weeks and then I'm just like, fuck this. It's like
this
boring.
Is bad.
Yeah, I wanna be like a painter instead, and I go and buy some paints.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn how to draw too. I'm gonna make my own comic book, Blackjack and Hookers.
Fucking takes a long time.
Yeah, definitely. But that should be cool, man. The Xenotype has like some awesome art, man. That the Odie kid, amazing. And should be some cool stuff. And a video game sounds like perfect material for what Liam's trying to do with that book. So that should be really interesting.
What if like there's a level of trying to land a dildo in Preston's ass? Like,
I would not.
A spaceship. You wouldn't?
No, I would.
I think it's like a narrative. It's part of the narrative. It would cover like a bit of the history, historically accurate.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys have fun with that, I suppose.
Have you?
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. What's up?
No, go on. What's up?
Oh, I was just going to say, what did you...
HCC.
HCC. But I'm dead now because Ethan banned me. So he got mad at me for saying Yoko Anna. So then I changed my whole avatar to Yoko Anna.
Why do you guys cause so much trouble for Ethan and Anna? I don't understand.
Dude, speaking your mind is in trouble, man.
Let's have a spicy fucking conversation. Come on, guys.
It's not causing trouble, man. It's just like Ethan's about free speech unless it's about his friends. That's when I have a problem. Like, fuck that.
Exactly.
Here's my opinion, man. Here's my opinion. You guys had free speech and you used it to meme the fuck out of them.
Yep, that's right.
That's what happened. And like, it's not like an issue of censorship or free speech. I mean, it is now, but when before it's like you had a good alliance and a good thing going, like good sort of partnership with promotion and all sorts of shit. And like it looks like it just got tossed in the fucking garbage because ain't nobody gonna tell me what to fucking do, man. I'll meme whoever I want. It's like a respect thing. Didn't have to happen, man. That's just the way. Probably unpopular opinion, but it's like it just seems like a whole fucking thing is just like over fuck all, over nothing that it just could have been avoided.
It could have, but also not. Like, dude, have you seen the Fall of Rome stream where Ethan lays into Mike and Doug and Edwin and shit?
I've seen like heaps of streams where they lay into him.
Okay, well, no, but like the specific Fall of Rome stream.
There's not one. It doesn't. I can't recall the lines and the things that were said.
Okay. Well, you could go back and watch it. It's,
yeah, sure. When was it? How long ago?
Just type in comics. Type in EVS Fall of Rome. And it'll come up. And so basically, that's when Mike and Doug and Edwin were like, yeah, Work Campaign's memeing shit. And Ethan's like, dude, leave them the fuck alone. They're just fans. Just like you being upset about it just makes them meme you more. It's like if someone gives you a nickname you don't like and you try to fight it, that ends up becoming your nickname. Whereas if you just didn't do anything, it would have gone away. So it's just funny, like, I actually made a video where it's Ethan telling Mike to shut up, that they're just memes, and then a video where Ethan is saying the opposite thing. Stop memeing my friends. They're my friends. You shouldn't be. So it's like two different fucking things from the same guy a year apart. It's like, that's the problem. It's like, just be consistent.
They were his friends.
Yeah, but that shouldn't matter. Mike was his friend too. He said, Mike, they're just fans. Like, you can't police the fans. And now he turns around and is trying to police the fans. So it's like, dude, but just be consistent. Either memes are bad and they're not allowed, or everything is on the table. And he chose everything on the table. So that,
I don't think there needs to be two extremes though, does there? It's like
that's what I think. There's no
where's the line?
Censored or nothing is censored. It's like no.
But where's the line then? See, that's the thing. Where do you draw the line?
He told you where the line was. He told you as Caesar where the line was, and
but he's not the leader of Comicsgate. That's the problem. So it's like when he says I'm not the leader of Comicsgate, it's like, well, why are you drawing the line here, and why are you drawing it now?
Well, he's not your boss. He's not the boss of you, but he told you where the line was, and instead of respecting it, you said no.
Nah. Yeah, because the thing is,
what happened is like that's the reality.
It's like when you just arbitrarily make a line and then you can't explain why. It's like people are going to question that, dude. Like, that's fine. You can make a line, but just be consistent with that line. Why did you make that line there? How come you didn't make the line? When people start pointing out, well, you didn't draw a line back there. Why? And he can't answer why. So it's just like people are like, well, what the fuck? Is there a double standard? Rules for thee, not for me type shit.
No, I'm pretty sure he said that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, being very righteous, man. It's not like you guys were just writing fucking like critical reviews of stuff. You know what I mean? That's like, fuck, man. You want to meme the fuck out of someone? Like, go for it. But he's gonna turn around and go, fuck you guys, which is what happened.
Which is weird because he didn't consider Mike his friend when people were memeing Mike and Doug and shit, and Edwin.
Obviously not as good of a friend as Anna.
Yeah, because you know why? Anna has more views on her channel. He even said that when he got in a fight with Pan. So it's just like, he's like,
business.
That's the line. Right, exactly. So if that's where he's drawing the line, then okay. So it's about business. All right, then keep it about business.
It's always don't have fucking when it comes down to
no, but then he makes alt accounts. Like, what was the one we were talking about before? The Yakuza, some shit. And then it's just like, well, that's not about business. So it's like he doesn't even follow his own shit.
That's an alleged.
Nah, sure. You know,
speculation.
Is Berserk Ethan? Berserk Guts, is that Ethan? He has kind of the same syntax.
No, I don't think so. But even Ethan's thing, like, think about it, bro. If it's just about business, remember when he got mad? He's like, you shouldn't call people peasants and the creators lords. That makes a division between fans and the creators. Then he changed his Twitter name to Lord Ethan Van Sciver and shit. It's like, bro, you enjoy this. It's like
you're warring. Yeah, definitely. You're definitely warring. It's tit for tat now.
Yeah, so don't say it's about business. Is it tit for tat or is it about business? Exactly.
It can be.
But I'm not in favor of the shit. I'm not in favor of all the shit that's going on now, man. I'm just saying, like, the origins of it. And you guys seem a little bit indignant, but it's just like, come on, like, you fucking sticking people's heads on, like, people bumming each other and all that. I mean, which is good. Right. I don't give a fuck. But you know what I mean? Like, I'll just. To be honest, I do too, and I like, but just in the scheme of things, it's just like, they got sick of it and they said, fuck you. And they don't like owe you shit. And they can turn around and they can revoke all the favors and the part. It would just seem like a foolish thing to do, man. Like,
yeah, because they're just hurting their own business at that point. I mean, you can, you know, like, I'm not going to tell you.
You
not
guys
to
are hurting
yourself.
your own business. Like, I'm not saying War Campaign is. I think. It's like the argument with Testefy before. Like, he sort of was between Mike Small Penis and fucking and Testefy.
Mike Chodmal.
Yeah. Testefy should have said, like, they've got half the fucking, half the promotion. Probably less than half the promotion.
And they're doing
That's why the book hasn't sold as good. And then, I mean. They are doing like relatively good, like considering, but I don't know, but it would have had to wind back to why have you got so less promotion? And it's just because the fucking meme war, and people didn't.
Crazy. It's crazy.
People didn't feed Caesar grapes, like.
Exactly. Yeah, right. Like, right. I totally agree. Like, Caesar should, feed himself grapes. Like, fuck, I don't get it.
No, I gotta say, like, I've been a fan of Ethan since he was like pointing a fucking pencil at an iPad and shitting on Star Wars, man. So.
Yeah, but he doesn't do that anymore. Star Wars.
Yeah,
is dead.
I know, but.
So it's like.
Fucking completely. And good riddance. Like every time they
so,
wreck Star Wars even further, I'm happy.
Did a video like that. Yeah, I mean that's kind of he has to support this business model now. It's like, I get it, dude. Like, don't say you're about small creators and you're about independent creation and then go work with DC and Dynamite to make a fucking action figure and shit. It's like, no, you're about making your money for your business, which is fine, but just say that. Don't pretend to like.
So this is Liam's game.
What?
Is that a koala? Is that Hulk Hogan?
Who's he fighting? Cecil?
Oh my god, that's awesome! Holy shit!
Back cash grab. Oh my god, he's wiggling.
Is it like a fucking gimp or something he's fighting?
Yeah.
It's like
this is great.
Pelvic thrusting there.
Why is Hulk Hogan beating up Cecil? I don't get it.
I want to play this.
Oh.
No, this isn't actually Liam's game. This is
you got to
Streets of Rage.
It's like Streets of Rage, but it's called Vendetta, and it came out.
This is great.
Not that many arcades had it, but it was actually a really cool game to play. But at the end of level 1 or level 3, I think it is, you come across these gay villains, like.
This is great. Look,
and they hump
oh my god, this is awesome.
Instead of bashing you.
It's definitely inclusive,
Cecil.
Man.
Oh my god, Cecil, stop it! So he's fighting Cecil, and what is that? Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers? Who's that other guy? This is great. Holy shit! I'm getting
you
this
on the
game.
ground as well.
Could you imagine gamers trying to put out a comic book?
Gamers?
Geeks
yeah,
and
they
would be
probably
horrible.
do.
I don't know. Might be right. I mean, Raging Golden Eagle just is putting out one, and he did really well.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
This is
They
great.
definitely have the access to like people in the know. They would just put the word out and say who can fucking draw, who can write.
Yeah, this is the best game ever.
Yeah, it's an absolutely awesome game. I used to play it all the time.
What?
Is it a real game or like a mod or something?
I'd say it looks so. Like, it's all right.
Nah, it's
Sorry,
cool.
guys.
And when he hits them with the bat, if he hits them against the windows there, the windows smash, and you can pick up bins and throw them through the windows and stuff.
So are these Cecils just trying to get food at that vendor over there in the background? What?
Nah, I think it's the standard thing of like someone's kidnapped your girlfriend and you're...
Oh, nice thing is Jeff Hicks.
Holy shit. This is the best game ever. Holy shit.
Do you guys think that Jeff Hicks should try another comic book after how bad the first one went?
Yeah, do it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, what is he? It's going to be fucking, what is it? Stealing Ryan Johnson or some shit, you know? It'd be fucking hilarious.
Steal the young stealing solo actor, the Alden Ehrenreich or whatever.
Yeah.
I think the only issue is that
game.
Star Wars is so over now that it wouldn't be another Star Wars book.
Yeah. What is that? Do any of you guys watch the Phantom Menace anymore? Like any streams and shit?
Maybe Nerd Erotic, but even
what do they talk about? Like, since Star Wars is no longer like what does Anna talk about now that there's no Star Wars and shit? Like, I don't get it.
She does a lot of pop culture. She does a lot of Star Trek. She does a lot of Star Wars news and things like that.
Yeah, she's some like Star Trek stuff, and she's a soldier in the culture war, man. That's why I can't hate on her, because I don't watch a lot of her stuff because I don't know, it's a bit like grating on me. It's not really my type of shit, but you know, she's a fucking soldier in the culture war. She's calling the SJW bullshit out. It's hard to fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not a hater. I'm just like, I over everything.
She came on our show as well, and she was really cool. So, you know.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, as long as you still have Star Wars to talk about. I mean, if there's no Star Wars, that's cool. You have to figure it out. Like fuck Star Trek.
Well, she hasn't just been talking about Star Wars for the past like 2 years.
That's all I've seen. I don't know.
No, she does have other topics. I know Miss Marvel was a very big one at the time.
Well, they've been going after The Last of Us. And
yeah, but that's easy.
I don't know whether she's been talking much about The Last of Us.
The Last of Us is easy. It's just a shitty game. Everyone knows it's shitty. Like there's nothing. I mean, that's over.
PS5.
Why is it a shitty game?
Because they just killed their characters like Star Wars. They just shit on their original characters.
Well, that and it looks like the gameplay wasn't improved a whole lot.
Yeah, they just put a different skin on the same thing. You're like,
yeah. Oh, and added a jump button.
Who cares? Yeah, who gives a shit about that?
That was their big get for the sequel. Like, oh, you can jump now.
Well, the fact that everything they made one of their the people making the game, they pissed him off. He quit, and then he spoiled the whole game for everybody, saying, "Yeah, all the characters you love, they die in the first act, and you play as a transgender girl." It's like, what the fuck? It's like, I'm cool off that,
Did you see the new Ratchet and Clank game has a female Ratchet now?
A female Ratchet? That's hilarious.
Well, the writer for that game worked on Mass Effect Andromeda, which had its own SJW history of problems. So they hired her to make the new Ratchet game, and of course, in the trailer, Ratchet goes missing and is replaced by a female Lombax, which could have seen coming from a mile away once you saw her being hired for it.
Yeah, but having a female named Ratchet, like, isn't that ironic as fuck?
It's a new character, but it's the same, furry creature race that Ratchet is.
Yikes!
You see these GIMP guys? They like go up to the light pole and hump it.
Yeah, they're gimp simps, bro. This is great. This literally is like a parody of what's going on in Comicsgate right now.
It literally is. So who's the Hulk Hogan character?
Just some MAGA
I don't
dude.
know. Just yes, and then all of a sudden these Cecil Simps are like, "Quick, get him! He's trying to make a comic," and then they're just getting tossed.
Cecil was like declaring war. I'm gonna go after war campaign until you're nothing.
Like
you're cancer.
The guy doxed himself though by taking off his mask. It's weird. Like, why would you declare war? Yeah, why would you declare war on someone when you got drunk on a stream and took off your own mask and then be like, "Well, war campaign doxed me"? It's like you doxed yourself. You're just too drunk to remember. Fucking moron. Yeah, Cecil's dumb. He's just a little fat dude from the East Coast. It's all good, you know.
Was made of money or came from money.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, good for him. You know, like it is what it is.
Well, I have to say, even though Cecil hates my guts for some reason, I still quite like Cecil and enjoy him and enjoy his humor.
I think he's the funniest cut in Comicsgate, to be honest, man. I'm not like, I don't know. I don't see every stream because I'm in Australia and, you know, fucking I have to sleep at some stage, so I miss quite a lot of streams, but I think he's a fucking funny motherfucker.
I think he was funny back in the day when he wasn't telling the same stories over and over, you know?
I don't know, sometimes he just says shit, man, that makes me laugh. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
What was that Rose Tico quote? We're not going to win by destroying what we hate, but by saving what we love. It's so funny how Ethan, you know, spent all his time with the Rose Tico dolls, but he never learned her lesson.
Holy shit. This is crazy, bro. What the fuck?
He never learned the lesson Rose Tico tried to teach him.
So this is that Star Wars Girls channel. So she...
So HBO, you still have a bunch of Disney shit, like Star Wars.
Yeah, so it's all pop culture. And it's all the stuff that we're talking about now, like the censorship of...
So is there some new... Yeah, but why is Captain Marvel... Is there some new Captain Marvel that's going on? I was like, what? Is she doing something dumb? Like, I haven't heard any of that shit.
It's a year ago on that video.
Oh.
That was before the breast-filled appearance on Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Oof, man. Brie Larson, what a beautiful
Looney Tunes news. No one cares about that.
Oh, yeah. Imagine being a grown man being upset about Looney Tunes for any part of your day.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm cool. I don't care.
Really? No, I think it's fucking... I'm upset about it, man. It's ridiculous. They're taking Elmer Fudd's fucking gun away.
Yeah, who cares?
It's about as stupid as it gets.
Really?
Like, if you had have told me, like, you know, 5 years ago that in 2020 they'd be taking Elmer Fudd's gun away because of Black Lives Matter, I'd be like, that is like the most retarded way for society to go.
We thought CG was fucking up.
Dude, I thought we were winning for like a couple of months ago. I thought, actually, we're fucking winning. But now I'm sort of like, I think we're fucking about to lose.
Yeah, I totally like everyone was like getting comfortable.
So it's still a lot of Marvel
War
stuff.
Campaign was getting comfortable attacking Comicsgate for no reason. Everyone's like, yeah, we got this sorted. The comic industry's collapsing, blah, blah, blah. But no, man, it's like, it is all there under the surface.
These are all like small articles on Star Wars, though. Like all that stuff, like, I don't know.
It is across the spectrum from the fucking like smallest kids show to fucking, you know, Hollywood to Netflix to every series, every facet of fucking pop culture. It is, it's fucking, you know, being hammered, absolutely hammered. And they're all invested in it. They don't give a fuck. They're pouring money down the drain to push this political shit. And establish a new fucking, you know, social leadership, social hierarchy paradigm. Yeah, there you go. It's a good word.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we just got to go back to the lesson Rose Tico taught us. You know, we just got to produce our own stuff and make it better.
Yeah.
We're not going to...
I mean, they're going to keep taking shit. Like, that should just be an example. Like, if Star Wars, when Disney buys something, whether it's Marvel or Star Wars, it's already dead. It's pointless to even fucking talk about it because they're going to change it. They're going to take what you love and fuck it up, you know? So it's like, what does that teach you? Protect your own fucking IPs and intellectual property and shit. Like,
even with how
if you don't, it's going to go away.
Even with how
things are going the way though, where laws are going to be changed. Shit is getting so fucking Orwellian that you're not going to have the option to put whatever you're at because it's literally going to be written in law that it's wrong thing.
Yeah, that's the extreme end of it. But you're absolutely.
I mean,
right.
You can still make your own shit. People just choose whether they buy it or not.
You just can't distribute it or tell anybody about it.
Well, that's right. Or put it on the internet because they're gonna be gates on the internet now with fucking algorithms that will pull your shit.
Yeah, but someone think about it. You know how Twitter's censoring shit, right? Like they don't like. Well, don't you?
And Google and YouTube and Facebook.
Right. Right. So you don't
it.
think someone's going to come along that's just going to be like, I'm going to have a free speech platform? Fuck it. You don't think everyone would just go there because they can say whatever they want?
No.
They're trying,
but if there's a need for it, it's supply and demand.
If they legislate it, though, dude, if it becomes legislation.
What it'll be like in China where it's like you don't get access to any external websites. That's what it'll be like for us.
You just have a VPN.
You don't have access to what they deem to be inappropriate websites because they're.
I agree with you guys, but there's always way around shit. You know, like in China, everyone they all use VPNs, so they get the regular internet. That's why the Hong Kong protests took off and shit because they have regular internet. It's like just use a VPN. I use a VPN. I'm in America.
It's a pretty grim, stark fucking world, though. And it's like, it's all right. You know, we have no freedom anymore. But if you use a VPN, then you can sell your comic book to other people with a VPN. Right. You'll eventually, while there's a fucking rabid horde of SJWs trying to hunt you down. Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying, I agree with you guys. I'm just saying it's supply and demand. If there's a demand for something and people feel like you do and like I do and all, then that means there will be something for that. Like people, supply and demand. Like if there's a need for something, it will arise. Necessity
you've
is
got
the
that
mother of all
American optimism.
Yeah, well, I basically live in the middle of nowhere. I have guns and shit, so I'm free as fuck. Yeah. No one tells me what to do. So I don't know. That's why I just don't see any concern. I'm like, whatever.
We're from a nanny state. We're a bit more compliant. Same with the fucking UK.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you guys don't have a constitution, right? Like, do you guys have a constitution?
Yeah, we do. Everyone has a constitution. But we don't know ours like you guys do.
Ours is just new. That's all. Ours is a new one.
Well, it's 100 years old, isn't it?
Yeah, but you're not talking about like the Constitution of America, which is a much older document,
So you guys don't have
but every country has
a
constitution.
Right. No, so you guys don't have the Second Amendment. Do you guys have
there might be a Second Amendment
and shit?
They're not allowed.
The Constitution has been amended, but it's not your amendments. It's a different document.
Right. So do you guys have the Fourth Amendment and shit, like illegal search and seizures? They can't search you, touch you, take any of your shit. Do you guys have that?
That's not in our Constitution. That's written into our laws, into our federal laws.
Yes, but that can be changed. The thing is, you can't change the Constitution, right? So,
yes, you can. That's what an amendment is.
Right, it's not a change. You're adding. You're not taking stuff away.
They can repeal amendments, through like 2/3 of the states agreeing to it, but I don't see that happening on any issue, really.
Yeah, nobody agrees in the entire world on 2/3 of anything.
No. I mean, maybe through some impossible circumstances, but. Australia got rid of their guns after a mass shooting.
Martin Bryan, man.
That's some stupid shit.
No,
he held the record for a while.
Port Arthur massacre happened. We already had quite strict gun controls, but
so that didn't do shit, huh? Strict gun controls doesn't do anything.
No, it did because we did allow them. If you were a collector or if you could go to the gun range, you could have your guns and go do that.
Interesting.
Yeah, semi-automatics. We don't have semi-automatics anymore.
Yeah. So but then
do bad guys still have guns?
After the massacre,
so bad guys in your country still have guns, like illegally and shit, like gangsters and fucking robbers and shit still have guns, right?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
right. So they just unarmed their citizens. Because bad guys don't follow the law anyway, right? Like, they're going to do it illegally. They don't care if they have an illegal gun or illegal drugs or illegal anything. So basically,
there's just not as many guns, man.
The law.
Yeah,
there's just not as many guns.
And the punishment for owning an illegal firearm is quite severe. So to actually have a gun that's not registered in Australia is a pretty serious crime.
But you can't have any gun, even if it's registered? Like,
no, of course you can. You can have a handgun. You just have to have a certain, like, you have to be a part of a club and go to a certain amount of meets, and you know what I mean. You can't just have one and keep it under your pillow.
If you live in a rural area, you can have guns. You can have shotguns. You can have 303s.
Yeah, interesting.
But
no pump actions. Just lever action shotties. Like, you can't fit more than like 5 rounds in a lever action shotgun. They have like restricted.
California.
I live in California. I don't follow any of that shit. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's like there's no one to tell me I can't do shit. It's like, what?
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have to understand it's a different culture. It's like in the UK where the bobbies, the police don't have guns, so you can't really.
That's fucking insane, man. I reckon.
Yeah, so what you're saying is supply and demand. So what you're saying is there's a high demand for having a lot of illegal guns in the black market in Australia. I could make a lot of money doing that. Interesting.
Yeah, for sure. The black market in Australia is quite lucrative for a lot of things. Like, the amount of money that we pay for illicit drugs here is so crazy. Profitable that it's amazing. Like, to be a drug dealer in Australia is actually to be quite wealthy. It's not like in the US when they're talking about like crack dealers and stuff, like the drug dealers are poor in the US, aren't they?
Well, because you can get so many. The thing is, there's so many over-the-counter drugs and shit. So it's like, there's people doing crack, but there's people doing everything. Yeah, because there's so much of it. See, the thing is, when you make something illegal, you instantly make it valuable, right? So whether that's drugs,
it doesn't
food,
work. But what I'm saying
speech,
is for like crack and cocaine and that in the US,
super cheap.
They're illegal.
It's kind of like the economy.
Yeah, but it's cheap.
Ethan, you got your Ethan drug dealer sizes, with the big money, and then you got a bunch of like Michael Curtis sized drug dealers.
Well, for instance, ice here is $1 million a kilo.
Yeah, because you guys are far away from everything. Like, we're super close to South America, so like, you could get cocaine super cheap.
Yeah. So here in Australia, to be a drug dealer, like, if you could get your hands on half a kilo of meth, then you've got $500,000 at least, or you could split it and get $1 million out of it. So
there's bikies cooking that shit up, though, man. Like,
the bikies are the
What about Mandurah? Mandurah's a fucking mecca for meth. Meth heads fucking all over Perth, man.
They test the water in Australia, and they analyze the waste. Like, they test the sewage water and they work out how much
to see if like a community has. Oh my God, that's crazy.
They measure it. They do it by suburb, and they put the info online so you can have a look at your suburb and how much meth is being used.
But what if it's just like over the counter, like Sudafed or some shit, and then it because that will come up as meth on a drug test.
Yeah, I think they have a
way around that.
Yeah, it's pretty specific.
Interesting. Damn, dude, it sounds like a market ripe for shit. Like, you guys don't have freedoms. There's probably a high demand for that shit. You guys have a lot of nature, right? Like, aren't the cities just on the coast and shit? You guys have very few cities inland.
Yeah.
Fuck, you could just set up a whole empire out there. No one would even know. It'd take them a long time to figure that out. Just hide in the forest, make meth, get fucking illegal guns.
Can we crowdfund?
There's cunts doing it, man. I don't know. Like, Australia isn't as Australia is like pretty rough in its own way. I reckon. I've seen a lot of fucking gnarly shit in my time, including like cunts get killed, fucking
attacking routers over there and shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different kind of danger that you have when you come to Australia. Kind of try and do that kind of thing,
Yeah.
It's a different life situation that you'll find yourself in.
Wildlife is trying to kill you, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think that's overblown. The wildlife trying to kill. I don't know, man. There's just like pretty much snakes and sharks. Well, where we are, I'm in Perth as well, but just snakes and sharks and spiders is my main concern, and they don't concern me at all.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. You guys don't have bears and
sharks,
shit.
Everyone.
Yeah, but you guys don't have bears, mountain lions, fucking
exactly.
bobcat. Like,
No,
I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah,
we've just got
That's what I'm saying.
like we just got all
Kangaroos are
the
deadly
poisonous
too.
species.
Yeah, so like as long as fuck, that would be nice. Just watch where you step, be chill, fucking. As long as I don't have a giant creature that can overpower me, outrun me, and eat me alive, like I'm good.
Yeah, I'd be more worried about a bear, man. I'd be more worried about a bear or a fucking pack of wolves or whatever. Like,
right. That's why I keep a shotgun out here. It's just like I'm not gonna probably kill the bear. I'll probably just make him really angry. But at the same time, like, it's less likely if something does come up, it's less likely to fuck with you, But you never know.
Where is Testefy? Testefy was supposed to be on this show.
I don't know, man. Did you DM that dude or what?
I did. I made a date with him last
He's
night.
probably sleeping, dude. That guy gets up at like noon, I think.
No, I asked him when he was going to be awake, and he said, I'll wake up at either 4, 5, or 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Interesting.
One of those 3 times.
So Liam banned Testefy.
Yeah, I saw that. I guess Testefy was just literally poking the koala, right? Like
the koala.
It's just like that's not going to accomplish anything, Like
he's a passionate fellow.
People.
Liam is a passionate fellow.
Yeah, I like your model, Oz. It's like you don't ban people, you don't have moderators. It's just like
Mecca McCheese on.
Well, dude, he probably thought you were Mike Oxmall with that voice, and he's just like, I'm not going back on that motherfucker,
Minutes, chode ball.
Dude, you sound just like him. You're like his brother or some shit.
Man, I'll have to find out who he is.
Fuck, you sound just like him.
Sounds like you have similar interests, man. If you don't mind me saying, you run in similar circles.
What can I say?
Funny.
I'm a man of culture.
You have the same culture.
A man of culture.
All right, guys, I got to take off. Hey, Oz, thanks for having me on, my dude, and listen to me rant and rave and shit. I appreciate it.
Nice talking with you.
No worries, HCC.
Yep. Have a good
Enjoy
one,
your
guys.
range.
I will. I'm going to go out and shoot some shit right now. So, yeah.
Right.
Enjoy, guys. Have a good one.
See ya.
Catch ya. Well then,
He's a tall, strapping man, that HCC.
What was his name? HTC?
HCC.
Oh, I never heard of him.
It's a tall, handsome, strapping gay guy that lives in California, and he shoots vagrants that come onto his property.
Yeah. Hell of a man.
It's a tough guy with a 6-shooter.
That's right. Coming to Indiegogo.
Got the right idea.
What's that? Shooting people? I don't know about
that. Yeah, maybe that's a bit extreme.
Just a little bit.
Whereabouts in the States are you, Mr. McCheese?
California.
Oh yeah. What's the mood out there?
What suburb?
I live in Northern California, around San Francisco area.
Oh right.
Yeah, it's about an hour from San Francisco. Not to dox myself, but it's
what
got the map out and yeah.
What's that? You got the map out? It's at a coordinate.
Yeah, honing in on you right now.
North, 48 degrees south. Social security number is 221. Just kidding. Yeah. But yeah,
I think this election, like if Trump doesn't get elected, I think we're fucked. I think it's all fucking over.
I think the whole world's fucked at that point. I'm not Trump's biggest fan either, but Joe sniff your legs Biden, what the hell's going on with that dude? Corn Pop was a bad dude.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I'm watching, like, I feel invested this time. Last time I watched just because it was funny. This time I'm watching, I feel invested. I think, like, if America is literally our last fucking bastion of freedom, the culture changes, like, swings, and we lose like it looks like we're going to lose, it's like, we're fucked, I reckon.
Well, 2020 has been a hell of a year so far.
It has, man. It has.
Started out with
Fucking A, it has.
World War III with Iran. You know, oof. I don't know how much more I can take.
But
your
your
drawing was really shit, Mecca.
Which one?
That we were looking at yesterday.
Oh, well, I mean, that's Mike Oxball, you know, and I think it was pretty bad drawing too, actually.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So the reason you won is what? Because Mike is,
such a character, I think.
He's scamming, controlling all the ballots.
I think he called in some favors from some real life friends.
Hmm.
Hey, would you vote for me? What is this? Just click this. Click Mike Oxmall. Probably.
Hmm.
Can you say a line for me, McCheese? Can you say, do I have to spell it out for you, son?
Do I have to spell it out for you, son?
Nah, a bit more like Mike Oxmall.
You guys like my cat?
No.
Look,
no, he's alright. I've got nothing against him.
He's polydactyl. He's got 7 toes.
Cool.
I call him Sam Squatch.
Yeah, hail puss, I guess.
Hail the cat. But yeah, you know, I think the best thing we could do is just promote each other, even if we have these disagreements and stuff. And we're never going to be able to stop Ethan from making money, but we are going to be able to stop how we feel about it. The less attention we give him for, you know, this bad behavior, and you know, if he wants to brag about he made $1 million in cyber fraud, good for you, man. I don't care. I'm still going to make $1,000 on my book, and you're not going to stop me from doing that.
I don't know. It's weird because you're coming from the perspective of a hater, whereas I'm not a hater. But
exactly. I'm like, no,
I'm gonna.
Ethan is more than welcome to come on this show, and he's more than welcome to talk about whatever he wants to talk about.
I don't think he wants to tangle with me again.
I really don't think you're much of a threat to him, Mecca.
Oh, I think with that dog tag tattoo stuff, I'll get him.
I don't think so. I think once you resort to those sort of like
emotional heartstrings,
it's like it's all over already. It's like, what do you want him to do?
I want him to alter that tattoo.
Yeah, he's going to alter his tattoo for some random guy on the internet who already hates him.
We'll see.
All right.
But I want everyone to be successful. Go back Xenotype. Go back Cyberfrog. Go back the orange koala pins, all that stuff. So.
Yeah, orange koala pins. I had a refund on that
yesterday.
What
the hell? That's a shame.
It's a bit sad.
Pretty
funny. One of my sketch tears.
Oh no!
Did Sketch refund you?
No, I don't think Sketch is. I don't know why I was refunded. So.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
I was very sad.
Yeah, you should make a lot of money with that.
All right,
probably worked out they didn't
Mecca,
need a box of stickers.
Because I'm going to bring Well Red User on if he's still around.
Hey, thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it. Fun discussion, and wish you the best of luck, and check you out again soon, man.
All right, bye.
Catch you, Mecca.
All right, I think you can stay Magic Turtle because I don't think you have a bone in this game.
Yeah.
Come on, Well Red User.
Whatever.
The link is in the chat. Here he is. Well Red, welcome.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So, what's new? Explain to me what's going on. Explain to me why I was blocked and then unblocked, and then what's going on.
What seems to be your boggle?
I just want to know, why is Liam saying that I was pushing him to choose sides? That's the boggle I have in my mind. I don't understand why he came out with that, to say that.
When did he say that? Do you know?
It's in the 12-minute stream, 49, not 49.5.
Yeah.
And then I only heard about it because Pan clipped it and posted it on Twitter and had everybody commenting on it. And I have Pan blocked, and I only saw it because EVS responded saying RIP. So And then when I saw it, I was like, "What the fuck?" You know, like I never told him to choose sides. I was defending him. There's a bunch of people who were accusing him of having a preference, and I said he intentionally wanted to stay neutral. The only thing I said is he could appease his critics if he just said the Anna memes were in poor taste. And then I think I added him when Tug, he made a post basically saying the same thing, that he's neutral, he doesn't want to choose sides, he wants everyone to get along. But the memes about Anna's sister were wrong. And I said, I added him, I said, look, you know, here's an example of what you could do, and nobody would give you shit. And because of that, I guess I'm telling him to choose sides. And I'm Testefy, who's completely deranged. So yeah, I thought that was really in poor taste. I have no idea why he said that about me.
Let's have a look. I'm trying to find the tweet, but you do realize that he's already said publicly those tweets were in poor taste. So I don't know why he's got to repeat it over and over again.
No,
I've said
I
it.
didn't.
I've said it to War Campaign on this stream last night that it was in poor taste and a stupid thing to do, and they disagreed with me, the two people that were involved doing it. But
of course.
And when Testefy eventually comes on this show, I'll remember out about his memes as well. Like, I want to know why these guys are doing this bullshit.
Yeah, I didn't know, like I don't follow Liam that closely. All I knew is that there was a big long thread going on. And that was something I mentioned that he could say, and he chose not to say anything, which I guess is his way of being neutral, is to, and that thread anyway, is to not say anything. So it was at that moment he chose not to say anything. But I still was not pushing him to choose any side. That never came out of my mouth, or was never typed by me. So I know why he said it, though, and you know why he said it, and we all know why we're all a little sore at each other. And I just thought that was a really bad way for him to try to deal with that, frankly.
I don't know why he said it.
Well, he gets notices, you know. So he knows when things happen for you guys.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that part we should discuss online, because I don't want to keep throwing information out into the social media sphere.
Okay, all right.
I already get tons of crap. Finally, things have started to quiet down now that idiot Yoko Anna is no longer on most of the CG streams. He got banned on most of them. He used to be Hail Caesar Caligula. His whole thing is to dry hump somebody's leg.
He's all right.
He's a complete moron.
Who's that?
That Yoko Anna guy. Anyway, I don't want to talk crap about him when he's not here. But I have real issues with that guy. I had to talk to a lawyer about him. Explain.
What do you mean?
Well, he's been stalking me for like 3 months. Every stream, he would be in there and trying to inviting me to his state, trying to figure out what state I'm in, saying he's going to kick my ass. So and just incessant, like crazy girlfriend level of stalking. And so, and I think he does that with everybody. That's why he had the Hail Caesar Caligula. He was all over Ethan, and now he's all over War Campaign. The guy's got some real obsessive issues. I worry hearing that somebody like that has guns. I'm thinking that's not the reason why the Second Amendment was written. But anyway, so I screenshotted a bunch of them, and I contacted the district attorney's office in Washington State to say, look, this is part of that War Campaign group. I know that there's a case that's ongoing there. I'm concerned because there are planned activities where we are going to be together, all the people in Comicsgate. And this idiot who talks about how many guns he has is also talking about how he wants to do all these things to me when he sees me. And I don't take that stuff lightly. There's lots of psychos on the internet. I don't need to be John Lennon or Ronald Reagan because of some weirdo obsessive loser.
They're pretty high profile comparisons there. You've got receipts, obviously.
Yeah, I have all this stuff screenshotted. But that's if I screenshot something, it's not to earn internet cred. It's to
oh yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, to take it to a legal
well-read
level.
user did the same thing. Pick a side, Liam.
Sorry, I'm just trying to. Can you? I'm just going to play this. This is what you're talking about.
Pick a side. Well, guess what, guys? I quit. I'm leaving. I'm going. Be picking a side. Pick a side, Liam. Pick a side. Well-read user did the same thing. Pick a side, Liam. Pick a side. Well, guess what, guys? I quit.
Yeah, that's really. I don't know. I don't want to say too much, but that really surprised me to see that.
That stuck in your craw, didn't it?
I didn't. No, I'm not pissed off. I just can't believe he said that. I'm not. It wasn't true. That's the big thing. And I can see that there's no way for us to address this offline. It seems like you guys want everything to be for clicks or whatever. So I'm just coming on to say my piece that wasn't true. I never told him to choose sides. I never told anybody to choose sides with the war campaign CG stuff. That's ridiculous.
It's like a stab to my heart, well-read user, that you would accuse me of such unchivalrous action.
Yeah, well, again, we can talk about that offline if you want to have a resolution with me. If not, if you just want to have clicks, then I'm here to say my piece and move on. So that's fine.
Okay. Well, I hope that you feel as though I have respected you enough to say your piece.
Yep, I appreciate the chance to at least air out the issue with Liam. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
And now you are a welcome member of this community, of my channel. So feel free to comment in the comment sections as much as you like. And feel free to keep supporting the channel like you have been.
Great. Well, thank you, and good luck to you. I hope your new direction and Liam's new direction works out for both of you.
Okay.
Great.
All right. Catch you.
See
you. What do you think of that, Magic Turtle?
Well, there wasn't a whole lot to think about, to be honest.
Well, he's very angry at me, isn't he?
I can't tell because he speaks in monotone. But I mean, I don't understand why people get angry with you guys. The biggest criticism is like, oh, it's just for clicks, just for fucking drama. But yeah, every cunt's still in here. It's just like, well, if you don't like the drama, then fuck off. Like, if you don't want to hear people talking about shit, then don't But everyone's still here though, so.
Well, I mean, hopefully people get something out of this stream that's a bit educational. Bit of Australian culture might rub off. It doesn't all have to be about drama. We can talk about the culture war as we have been.
That's up to you. Yeah, the culture war. That's like, I go off on a fucking tangent on that shit, man. Like, probably a little too much, I reckon. But yeah.
Wow. Well, unless anyone else wants to come on, it doesn't look like Testefy is going to arrive. It doesn't look like he's going to make our date.
Yeah, that's a damn shame, man. I was looking forward to the follow-up conversation.
So what kind of computer game should I make, Magic Turtle?
Like I said, how good are your programming skills? How much time have you got?
We'll see. I was thinking of making something. You reckon a platformer? Because I kind of like the idea of CG Racer, where like you can pick your player like in Mario Kart, and it's like you could be Cyberfrog or.
Sorry, that's right. I was thinking about like making a game in the programs that I've been using. I'm not sure about that other program. I've never used it. So if the skies are the fucking limit, then a racer sounds sick.
Yeah, like a 3D racer with like waterfalls and stuff.
Yeah,
and
for
then
sure.
you could do time trials, and we could do a ranked time trial leaderboard.
Yeah, like Mario Kart.
Yeah.
But like with CG people in it.
Yeah.
Would it be like, what would you put it on, Steam? Or is it PS4?
It's on PS4, so you got to have PS4.
Right.
So,
I think
but they'll
Steam,
be cheap
I
soon.
think doing something with Steam is a better idea. I've got one anyway, but I mean, I think everyone's got one.
They'll be cheap as chips soon. PS5 will be coming out, and they'll be like $5.
Gonna get a PS5?
No, I only got
Me neither.
I only got my PS4 because my brother-in-law he bought it when it first came out, and he bought about 7 or 8 games as well, and he played it for 2 days and then never touched it again. And then 2 years later, he's like, "Oh, do you want my PS4 and all these games?" It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like
fucking
Doom,
you do, yeah.
it was like Tekken, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, fucking all these cool games. And I was like, yeah, no worries, I'll take that off your hands. And so then I went and I bought the Game Maker, the Dreams Game Maker, because I bought that at the beginning of the lockdown, and then I thought,
Right.
yeah, because I thought, oh,
Hobby.
I'll have a play with this. And then I never
Yeah.
really bothered with it. And then Liam came out with his game, and I was like, oh, I'll make a I'll make a little 3D clam that runs around and collects orange koalas. But then I thought, no, it could be really cool if it was like a racing game, and you could have different CG characters.
The world's your oyster, so to speak.
Yeah.
Or your clam, if you like.
Yeah, my clam.
Or your mussel, or whatever you are. The world is your clam, my friend. Yeah, cool, man. I'm all out of ideas, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I might bounce, my dude.
No worries. All right. Thanks for coming on, Magic Turtle.
No worries.
Enjoy the lovely Perth weather.
Oh, it's beautiful at the moment.
I might see you tomorrow night.
Yep. Catch ya.
Right. Bye. Well, that went well, everyone. Thank you all for coming tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the people that came on, even though I don't really like most of them that came on. They still came on and said their piece, and I didn't yell at them. Testify, where are you? Are you scared? What's going on? Don't be a wuss bag. You know, has someone told you not to come on? Come on and get yelled at by me. I'm going to yell at you for your stupid memes. All right. Let's try and get that organized for tomorrow night. And also, I want to we'll have a look at some other cool stuff that's going on. All right, guys. Catch you later. Thanks for coming. Please subscribe. Got to get my subscriber numbers up.